Hey guys, so today I am going to make something that I had recently seen a lot on Pinterest. They're like tags that you would hang on your door. So I decided that I would take some scrap wood and have a go at it. So I know that I've talked about this before. My handwriting is atrocious. So what I did was I actually printed out Merry Christmas on my printer, cut them out, and I'm just taking a regular number 2 pencil and just like completely rubbing it the whole back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually lay these on the tag, and I just painted them with some leftover chalk paint that I had. But I'm just going to lay them down, trace over the letters, and when the lead rubs off on the back, it'll actually leave me a pattern. So I've seen other people do this, and I was like, maybe this is a way to do it for people that don't have like a vinyl cutter. I know that I use mine a lot, but this gives me another option. So I am just going to trace around the letters. I've seen a lot of cute ideas, and I know that a lot of people are selling them on Etsy, and they're kind of pricey, and I completely understand why, because total with tracing all the letters and then going back and painting them, I don't really have a steady hand. I probably spent a total of 45 minutes. It would have been a lot quicker, I would imagine, if I had done it with like a regular stencil and paint, but I was kind of curious about how this would work, so I'm glad that I tried it because now I know that I have another way. So I'm just tracing around my pencil marks with a Sharpie. And I'm sure that other people could do this a lot faster than me. Like I said, I don't have a very steady hand, so I also have, my thumbs are double jointed, and I have like double the arthritis in your thumb that normal people would have. So I do have to stop sometimes just to let my hand relax. So that could have added to the time that it took me as well. But I've seen these made for like all seasons and all holidays, and they're super cute. And I had a scrap piece of wood, and all I did was measure one corner, cut it off, and then I used that as a template to get all of my, like the top of the tag part even. I didn't really do any sanding or anything, and this is pretty rough plywood, but it was just some scrap that I had that I thought I would test this out on. And I know some people have really great hand lettering skills. I have tried. I swear I've tried. It just doesn't work for me. I was just checking to make sure that I had got around all of the letters. Peel that off. It's hard to see from this angle, but I promise there is a pencil outline. And I am just going to take my Sharpie again and trace all of the lines. I realize now I probably could have sped this up a little bit more. It's kind of like watching paint dry. But at least we get some Christmas tunes. And if no one else likes the video, I can always count on my mom's thumbs up. Thanks, Mom, for being my #1 subscriber. Now, initially I thought, I'll just color this in with a Sharpie. That sounds like a great idea. And then I realized that my Sharpie was not going to hold out, and it really wasn't giving me great coverage, especially on this rough wood. So, when all else fails, you dig up a paintbrush and some acrylic paint. This is currently hanging on my front door. I'm thinking that it could probably use a coat of like polyacrylic, or maybe just a clear coat. I don't currently have any polyacrylic, but I do have some clear coat spray paint. So once the wind dies down a little bit, I will probably give it a good coat in that, just so it can make it through the Christmas season. And this brush that I'm using, it is honestly a Dollar General brush, so it's nothing fancy. It does have a slight angle to it. I'm pretty sure that it has a number 2. I don't know if that has some sort of significance. I'm not really like a painter person, so I'm not very versed on different types of paintbrushes. But if you can see, I am watching a YouTube video, another YouTuber that does a ton of DIYs. I love watching her. It's Ashley Lauren, and I will link her channel in the description, and also her Instagram. She's definitely given me some good inspiration, and I have done a couple of her tutorials in my own house, so I'll link all of her info. But I am taking very, very little paint on my paintbrush. That way I can get a nice crisp line. Okay, now that they are both finished, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this twine. I actually got this at Walmart, and I'm pretty sure you buy it by, like, it's a 1 pound spool. I think it was about $5. I've used a ton of it from the center, and you can't even tell. So I'm actually going to take my glue gun. I want these to kind of stay at a certain angle so you can read them so they don't kind of fall over on top of each other. So I'm just going to put a big pile of glue right on the corner. Glue that down, kind of use my tape as a prop. That way it stays straight. And by the time that this is actually going up, this has been on my front door for 3 days. So far the glue's holding up. So if it doesn't, then I'll probably add some E6000, but for right now, hot glue is working just fine. I've actually thought about, when Christmas is over, possibly making this into either a winter sign to use for the rest of the season, or adding, I don't know, Easter, or then whatever the next big holiday is, or maybe making a spring sign out of it. Any decor that can do double duty means less to store. So I thought about that. When I originally cut this, it was actually supposed to be a fall sign. So this project has went undone for quite a while. So I'm just going to hang it on the front door. And I actually made that little bow and hot glued it to my front door. No judgment, y'all. Thanks for watching.